What is your name?
My name is Pam Gu.
Can you tell me about your company?
Yes, I work for Medtronic. Medtronic is the world's largest medical technology company. We have about 90,000 plus employees all over the world. We're headquartered out of Minnesota. We have a plant in Tempe, which is our center for microelectronics research and development and manufacturing.
What types of positions are normally open?
Well, I'm going to talk specifically about Tempe. And in Tempe, we have a lot of engineering roles. So, product engineers, process engineers, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, IC design engineers. We have production manufacturing engineers, a whole lot of different kinds of engineers. We also have a lot of technician positions to support those engineering roles. And also, since we are a manufacturing site, we have assembler positions. And we have typical kinds of administrative positions as well.
What do you look for in an employee?
Well, Medtronic is a company that makes things that save people's lives. And most of them are implanted. So we look for people that care about people and people that are able to think outside of the box, people who are compassionate and kind and intelligent, who want to do a good job, all of those things.
How does someone apply and what is the process?
You would go out to www.medtronic.com and click on the careers link. Look at the positions that are open based on where you put your input in. I would, like I said, Tempe is probably where you're going to be looking. And you would just look at what's available, click on those positions, create a profile in our applicant tracking system to apply to the position that you're interested in.
What advice do you have for someone to help them get the interview?
Try to find somebody within the company, a name, a face, someone that you can talk to that can talk on your behalf to a recruiter or a hiring manager. Make some inroads there, do some networking and see what you can find out about the company and learn who's in there that can help you.
Where is your location?
We're located like I said, our headquarters is Minnesota, but we are located in Arizona, in Tempe on West Medtronic Way, which is in between University and Broadway off of 52nd. And West Medtronic Way is the first street that the city of Tempe ever named after a business.
What shift hours would new employees work?
Shift hours are interesting. We run 24/7 operations. So we have shifts that start at 5:30 in the morning and go to 5:30 in the evening, and shifts that start at 5:30 in the evening and go to 5:30 in the morning. So they are 12-hour shifts, but they're on a compressed work week schedule. So you would work 3 days on, 4 days off, and then 4 days on and 3 days off. Some people really love that schedule because it gives them all that time off. But we also have your standard 8-hour kind of positions where you would come Monday through Friday and work, 8 to 5.
Is there an opportunity for advancement within your company?
There is absolutely opportunities for advancement within Medtronic. I started out there in 2001 as an administrative assistant, moved into project coordination for the Human Resources Department, and then went from there into recruiting. And I was able to use tuition reimbursement that they offered to get some of my tuition reimbursed as I was getting my bachelor's degree to be able to move into that type of position.
What would a day in the life of a person who worked for your organization look like?
It would depend on the position. Let's just say an assembler, for instance, would come in probably at, say they're starting at 5:30 in the morning, and they would probably show up for work at about 5:15. They would go into our clean room and put on their, like medical coat, I guess you'd call it, like a doctor's coat, and a thing over their hair, something on their feet, gloves, masks, because of clean room, they've got to be sterile. So they would come in and do that. And then they would start their shift. They have a station. It is an assembly line, so they're probably going to check to see if product is where it's supposed to be. Make sure that everything is running correctly. Doing counts, various things like that. They would have, because it's 12-hour shifts, they would have more extended breaks than usual. And so that's for that type of position. For like what I do, I actually work remotely from my home. And I get up in the morning and I log in and I do whatever it is that I need to do during that day. And and I try to make myself take breaks, which is hard for me sometimes. But I did learn that working from home, you have to make yourself take breaks.
What kind of training programs exist in your companies?
Well, because we're a clean room environment, all of the clean room certifications have to be done. So you would come in and you would learn, take training, probably online mostly, to learn how to be in a clean room, the different process for getting in and out of the clean room. And then the equipment that we use, you would also be trained on those. They don't expect people to just come in knowing what to do. So you would be trained on the specific types of equipment that you would be working on.
Does your company have an initiative or program to help hire people who have a disability?
We do. We have worked with Project Search and we've worked with TCH, and we've had programs where we've had interns for a year. We've gone through, I think we've had maybe 6 or 7 cycles of that. And, of course, with the hopes at the end of the internship that we would have an open position.